Hey pilots, welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales in my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League. So I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account. But it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. Be sure to keep a lookout for a hidden treasure. I've placed a link in one of the battles of this episode that will give you access to one of my exclusive winning formula videos. These private reserve videos were specially designed for squad battles and work amazingly well for domination and beacon rush, and provide specific formation strategies for certain maps that will practically guarantee a victory to the team that deploys these tactics correctly. So, keep a lookout for them, guys. Happy hunting. Let's start by introducing my hangar. We got Frick and Frat, my Death Button Raven and my Russian Death Button Raven. And then we got the General, my beautiful Trident Fury. And then we got Reaper, my Avenger Bulwark. And then we got Buzzkill, my Spark Scorch Mender. The bots are all at level 6. The weapons are at level 9. I'm going to call this battle Quick Trip to Rome, and boy is it quick, but it's probably one of the better lessons you'll see in my videos here, so keep a lookout, guys. I'll explain. I'm going to enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Mortality. It's got a great sound to it. So, this is Rome, and Rome and Power Plant are kind of similar. You cannot open up with a general in Rome or Power Plant because the idea behind having a general is to be able to support 2 to 3 beacons while your mates are running in to cap them. But Power Plant and Rome are structured in such a way that you cannot do that. So you can't open up with a general. If you do, you're not doing your team any good. And what's happened is they opened up with a bunch of generals, no one ran in to grab beacons, and now we are on a 4-to-1 beacon advantage. Now I always tell you, 3 and hold is what you do to win, right? Well, guess what? 4 and hold? That's just an easy peasy, quick trip to Rome is what it's going to be here. Now watch what's happened. Because we are already on 4 beacons and the positioning of the beacons and all, they really are going to have a hard time coming back and challenging us because we are so entrenched halfway up through the battle. Now, in beacon rush, you want to go grab beacons and then you kind of do it from there. But with domination, what you're trying to do is basically position your team in such a way that you can kind of basically maintain where you're at. And this is what we've done. So it's important, though, that if you're in a general or if you're in a bot that's not going after beacons and you need to get beacons, you got to drop what you're doing and change, or it's going to be a quick loss for your team, just like this one. So, yeah, there you go. That was so easy. And it was just because we capped beacons and they did not. Look, they only got 1 beacon out of their entire group, and we only got 5. We really only capped 4. And what happened was 2 guys capped the same beacon at the same time, so they were both given credit. We really only capped 4 beacons, and they capped 1. So not a lot of damage on either side. All we did was hold them. They didn't do anything to contest the beacons we had, and that made it an easy win. So remember, on domination, you're going after beacons first. You'll get the damage. Trust me, it'll be there. There'll be guys there for you to beat up. So go after the beacons and find your damage that way. Don't sit back and try to grab the damage from a distance. It just won't happen, and you'll lose. And you'll lose your league points as well. So, if you see your name, thanks for the game. This was an excellent lesson. As quick as it was, it's very important. Thanks, guys. Peace out. I'm gonna call this one Castlemania. It's a real fun one. Stick around. You might even learn some good strategies on Castle there. Enjoy my friends in the background and status. This is their song War. It's a great one for this game. So, Castle's becoming a real fun map. If you're learning all sorts of angles and strategies and tactics, there's some maps it's kind of easy to know what to do and when to do it and how you're gonna win the battle. But with Castle, it's still new enough where clever pilots are figuring out different ways of spreading things around. Because there definitely are several different skirmish points on the map, clever little blockades and barriers. Other little routes to take to get to certain areas. It's not all just straightforward. So because of all these little catwalks and different ways of getting to certain areas, it's easy to attack their spawn beacon like we're doing right now. It's easy to kind of sneak across if everyone's focused in one area. We're already up 4 beacons to 1 right now. So that's pretty amazing. But you know what? You see that happen a lot on Castle. It's kind of like Moon, where there's different routes to different areas, and because of that, you never know which way they're going to go, and there's so many different ways they can go. It's hard to cover all the routes. So depending on where they're heavy on, it may backfire on you. If you're all grouped up in one area, they can go around the back side of you. So you really got to be careful about clever pilots who have figured that out. So the general, by the way, got taken out, and that was his sweet spot. And it was amazing how easy he was taken out. But they're figuring out a good splash weapon really works well in that area. So now I've gone over here. I'm not really planning on taking anyone on. Remember, I've got level 6 bots. Level 9 weapons. I am not going to be able to lead a charge. I'm able to support my group, my mates right now. From underneath here, I'm really just kind of trying to chip away at anyone who comes around to either side or flank. Make sure I'm holding that one. If anyone jumps above on top of the bridge, they're not going anywhere. Like this guy, he's got to come down and get me. And that's okay, I'm gonna get taken out. But by doing that, it forced several different Reds over to my area, and they may be able to liberate that one. Because of that, it took so many off in that direction. It allows us now to kind of start pushing and pressing against their upper beacon. So they might liberate the bridge right there, that's fine. But I bet you we're getting ready to overpower them on their upper beacon. So, it's what you do. It's kind of, I calling this Castlemania, but you know what? This has really got some really good, clever tactics on how to spread them out. When they're one place, they can't be at the other place. And so learning how to find weak gaps in coverage and exploit those things. And it's even harder to do when you're a bunch of randoms just kind of winging it with each other. But with in the upper level modes, expert and masters, these guys have figured this stuff out. So pay attention when you're in a battle like this and see what they're doing. And maybe if you're in a clan, take that with you, take that information with you, take what works and use that. This guy is pretty tough. I'm surprised he's able to. It's almost like he's another Mender. I don't know what he is, but man, normally Buzzkill doesn't get taken out that easy. But that guy had a lot of power or strength going in there. But we are now up 3 beacons to 2. 3 minutes left. We're doing pretty good. We're getting ready to cap a 4th beacon up there. So, over to the left over there. I'm taking Reaper up this side way here. It's a different kind of a back route, but it's going to get me in range of a lot of theirs. And I'm going to walk across this little pipe here and see if I can't support this upper beacon here. And we're threatening them. We're making this look really easy and that was a nice, easy victory. But lots of great tactical lessons and positioning on Castle there. So if you're a Castle maniac and you like Castle, you probably know some of these things. But let's take a look at these pilots on both sides. Everyone was, definitely higher up in ranks, masters and experts. So they're good at learning ways of taking advantage of certain routes. So I hope you learned some good ones there, guys. But what's really important is to figure out where they're at and go the other way. Don't try to take them on necessarily, but use it as the backdoor opportunity. So hey, if you see your name, thanks for the game. It was a whole lot of fun. Great lesson, a great battle to watch for tactics there. Peace out, guys. And I'm going to call this battle Balancing Act. And you're definitely going to see why if you stick around to the end, guys. This is a great lesson in battle tactics, pacing, and patience. So stick around. Enjoy my friends in the background and Status as they play their awesome song Woodish. One of my newest ones, one of their newest ones. It's got a great sound to it. So, and I'm going to put a link to their website on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check them out and hear more of their awesome music, feel free to look at that one. So this is Springfield, big long open range map. I usually open up with a general. Support from here. Looks like there's another guy who's been watching my videos, or maybe just coincidentally, we got the same idea. You know, probably too many generals is not necessary. You need to spread the field. But hey, we're up 3 beacons at 2. We've got our spawn, we've got center, and then we've got that one in the back by the dam up there. So I'm going to take Frack out. Frack is my Russian death button Raven. I want to try to see if we can keep the balance. You know, this is a balancing act. Balance of power, if you want to call it that. Having equal amounts of people on both sides. Try to spread the field. It's all a balancing act. And you can see what this guy's up to. This bulwark here. He's got a couple of Tempests on him. Very powerful. He can hold himself in a knife fight as a brawler. He can also regenerate his health. We got modules these days, and it doesn't take many hits from a Tempest to knock you down quite a bit. So it's important that we don't let this guy get over there, because once he gets over to that back dam beacon, it's going to be really tough to dig him out. So what we're doing right now is I'm kind of splitting myself, going back and forth between over there. I want to keep them pinned back there. I don't want them getting out. And I don't want that guy getting back to that beacon up there. So it's a little bit of both. I've got a partner that's trying to do his best to chip him down. I got to help him too. We're doing kind of together. It looks like we got a guy from way across on my side of the field. I'm back by our spawn, hitting that guy with a flock. So great. It's a balancing act. Now I'm in a bad position right now. I'm going to get taken out by these guys there. So I'm going to hop into Frick. Frick is my death button Raven. I'm going to see how we're doing on our spawn. We look like we're pretty well held up there. So now I'm going to go back on over and go back over to center. They're starting that I tell you what, that bulwark, he is holding up. So I'm going to see if I can take him out. He's got a buddy coming over here too. So I got to charge up my double jump. I got one guy here, but he's going to be taken out soon. So now that center beacon that I'm sitting next to, that's going to get taken pretty soon if we're not careful. But I got to take this guy out first. This is the most important thing. Get this guy out of here. He's been here way too long. So I'm going to try to take him out. And once I get him out, then I'll worry about the guy behind me here. But right now, just getting that guy out of there was important. Now, that guy's going to probably take center. And it's me and this guy. And I'm not going to be able to take him on all by myself. I'm going to try to see if I can do something here and kind of at least whittle him down. Maybe some of my mates. I mean, if there's only one of me here, that means there's 5 guys over to my right. Maybe someone will start coming over. And now there's two of them up here. And I'm not going to definitely be able to take 2 of them on. But I'm going to do my best to whittle down one of them. Do my little balancing act here. And see if I can at least get one of the guys down. And there goes Frick. Now I'm going to hop into Reaper. He's my Avenger bulwark. Now, with 500 meters, I can go over there. And it looks like finally we got some guys. So we got 2 mates over there. 1 mate, 2 mates, 1 mate. And between him and I, we're going to take these guys on. So we're going to take that guy out. And I think he already took out the other guy that was going up to the dam. So now we just got to take this beacon back. And then we're not going to stop there. Again, this is the balancing act. Since we are now kind of even on the beacon bar, now we've got that one. Now what we're going to try to do is pull some attention over to us. Between me and my mate there, we're going to start going over to that far rear to the left beacon. And that's going to require at least one guy to come over. And if he's coming over to us, he's not pushing on our spawn. So by having all of our mates over there at our spawn beacon, protecting that, it's safe. Then me and this guy are going to try to threaten this one. We may not even get it, but by threatening it, at least it means that this guy, he can't stop. He can't let us get it. They've taken our spawn beacon. I'm not that worried about it, because as our guys die, they're going to respawn right back there and probably get it back. But because we're taking this one, it's keeping us at a beacon advantage. And me and this guy are giving this guy fits. There's another guy coming up. There's not much he can do. All of our other mates are over there at our spawn beacon. They'll get it reliberated if necessary. There's only 52 seconds left in the game. Bulwark is a tough son of a gun with the Avengers. Me and this guy, and me and 2 guys are here. And I don't think they're going to stand a chance on this one. We're probably going to start liberating our own spawn beacon pretty quick here, but it won't really matter. We've got this one sewed up. And yeah, there you go. That balancing act really paid off. Hey, hope you guys learned something there. That's the way you play this game. So let's take a look at today's pilots. We got good pilots on both sides. It was a nice even battle. On even battles, that's where every little thing you do matters, so make sure you're watching that balancing act. Spread the field really good. Keep the balance of power balanced out, if you will. If you're all bunched up in one area, what you want in, make sure you take another mate and join another mate and go off and take the other ones, guys. So, hey, if you see your name, thanks for the game. It was a great lesson. Hope you learned something there. Peace out, guys. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel almost daily, so please stop by when you're able and check out the fresh new material. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. If you like what you see, please tap on the red subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. It would also be helpful if you could make a comment about the video, whether it's an example of how the episode helped you, or maybe additional advice to help elaborate on the tactics I shared, or even constructive comments that'll help clarify something I might have missed. It's all good and greatly appreciated. Finally, this game is full of challenges and can create frustration for some who are simply trying to have fun with this awesome game. My goal is to provide you all with helpful information and help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone who you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Make sure you're having fun, though, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.